I would like to share some of my favorite words or a list of words that every single language should adopt to their language, because there are good words that needs to be in every language. Hello there. Glad you found your way to Simon's Corner. Maybe you already guessed by my accent. Or to quote the Swedish artist The Tallest Man on Earth, I'm a native from the North, folks, and that can mess up any kid. So if you haven't guessed it yet, I'm Swedish, and I would like to share some good words that needs to be in every language. I will start with a classic one. I think if you know any Swede, then you most likely have heard about this word, Fika. Fika. Maybe you already experienced the Viking magic in Fika. Fika is drinking coffee or tea, according to the dictionary you can drink tea also, and having something sweet to it, like a bun or a cookie, pie or cake works perfectly fine too. In Sweden, Fika is a big thing, and every company you have Fika breaks 2 times a day, one around 10 and one in the afternoon around 2:30 or 3. And it's, I would say, mandatory, but like almost mandatory, to take a 15 to 20 minutes break and have a cup of coffee with your coworkers during Fika time. So that's it's a perfect time to sit down and like get to know your coworkers and just talk about something else than just work. Now you are maybe saying, Fika, that just sounds like having a cup of coffee during a break and talking to your coworker, maybe having something sweet to it. But no, Fika is something bigger. Fika is something sacred for the Swedes. The entire process of sitting down with someone, sharing a cup of coffee, talking, and maybe having a cinnamon bun, it's something special. In Sweden, a guy could ask a girl to have a fika with him without that being a date. It could just be a simple fika. Next word, that is lagom. So if you have fika with more people than just a few, and their pie and cake to it, then everyone needs to take a lagom piece of pie. Lagom is the word that means the right amount. If every person takes lagom, he or she will get enough to be satisfied, but also be sure that everyone else gets a lagom piece of cake. Lagom for me is not necessarily the same amount as lagom for you, because maybe you are very, very hungry, then you need a bigger piece to feel that this is lagom than maybe I do. But every Swede will know how much lagom is. Lagom can be used for other things than cake. It can be used for speed, or fart as we call it in Swedish. If you're driving in lagom fart or speed, then you know that you will make it to your appointment without being rudely late, but also without risking your life in the process of getting there. Lagom can be used for sound volume. Lagom volume of music would be loud enough so that the people on the dance floor can dance and have a good time, but not so loud that the people in the back of the room can't have a good conversation without shouting. You can even use lagom when you describe someone and how good looking they are. A lagom good looking person would be good looking enough to be described as good looking, but not so good looking that they don't have or need to have a personality. Let's look at the next 2 words. It is the word Kaffetår and Påtår. So if you're sitting at and having this nice fika time with your friends, and you serve coffee in your lagom big coffee cup, but then you feel like you want to offer a refill of coffee, then the word you would use is kaffetår. Literally translated means a tier of coffee. So you would ask them, vill du ha en kaffetår? Meaning, do you want a second cup of coffee? And if you're polite and brew plenty of coffee, and then you maybe want to give them a third cup of coffee, saying Påtår, meaning do you want a second refill? Some people use Påtår as just the general concept of refilling your coffee cup, and that is generally accepted, but the right way to say it is Kaffetår, and that would be the first refill of your coffee cup, so the second cup of coffee. So, next word. We now have the situation where during your Fika with Lagom many guests, and after Kaffetår and Påtår, you decide to offer the children some candy. But in Sweden, this can only be done on a Saturday. Why, you may ask? It's because of Lördagsgodis, which translates to Saturday candy. In Sweden, almost all families only give their children candy on Saturdays, or Lördagsgodis. Me, as a kid, I would always look forward to the Saturdays, because I would get my big Lördagsgodis påse, like the big candy bag for Saturdays, and I would watch children TV in the mornings, and then my parents could get a well-deserved rest. So, if you manage to have the Fika with Lagom many buns, and after the Tretår, you avoided the trap of offering the children Lördagsgodis, since it would be Friday today. You might now be feeling a longing to have your guests going home, because soon it will be time for Fredagsmys. Fredagsmys would be translated to Friday coziness, or maybe even Friday cuddle. And Fredagsmys is when the family and maybe some close friends are gathered on a Friday evening to start the weekend and to finish the work week together. Usually you do this with food, and it should be some kind of food that is easy to make or easy to help out making everyone. So usually tacos is very common during Fredagsmys. And then the family is gathered to see some good movie, or watch some TV, or play some board games together. So it's like a family time for Friday afternoons. There were actually such a big thing in Sweden that several bigger companies, but primarily two, OLV Chips Company and then Kronfågeln Poultry Company, they were trying to make like a big effort to make their products part of the Friday Fredagsmys. They had both quite catchy jingles on their commercials, where they were trying to get people to like eat chicken or have chips during Fredagsmys. I can still remember the songs and some parts of the lyrics for it. So let me repeat the words we just gone through in this video. So Fika, like drinking coffee like a Viking. Lagom, the perfect amount. Kaffetår och Påtår, the first and the second refill of coffee, because Swedes, they like coffee and they drink a lot of it. Lördagsgodis, eating all the weekly allowance of candy in one day. Fredagsmys, cozy family time on Friday evening. Do you have any good words in your language that are unique for your culture or unique from where you come from? Please let me know, and maybe we can make a summary of all the words people leave. So leave them in the comment section. Until next time. Oh wait, you're still here. Good. I just forgot to ask you to just like and subscribe, because for me that's very important to get this video to reach as much people as possible. If you know a Swede, or if you are a Swede and know someone who needs to understand the Swedish culture, please send the video to them and they will better understand you and the Swedish culture. Thank you for watching. See you around.